Hello and welcome to the first video in a series of little tutorials that I'm going to be putting together for you on this instrument. Well, the bagpipes, but we'll be doing them on the chanter at first. So my intent for this series of videos is to give you learner piper, intermediate, perhaps even advanced, some new and hopefully interesting ways to practice technical and musical rudiments on the instrument. I'm also going to be doing exploring of some theory and incorporating that into some of the exercises that I'm doing. Because, we all know that practicing technique, rudiments, is hard work and sometimes not the most fun. So essentially what I want to do is give you some ways to play with this technique and eventually give you some more tips on how to change certain things up for yourself and explore a little bit of improvisation, even if it's with simple things like the scale or some interval exercises that we might come across. So the topic for today is going to be based on pretty much the first thing any piper learns, that is the scale. We're going to be lengthening the scale and shortening it. And I'm going to show you how to do this from two different angles each way. So the first way we're going to try this exercise out is shortening the scale one note at a time from the top down. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be playing through the scale. I'm going to start on low G and I'm going to run all the way up through to high A, and that's going to be my turnaround point. Once I've hit high A, I'm going to come back down and I'm going to go all the way back down to low G. As I turn around again and change direction, I'm going to go up the scale, but this time I'm going to stop on high G. That's my new turnaround note. There I'll change direction and come back down to low G. Come back up, I'm going to turn around on F. Go to the bottom of the scale and then come back up to E. And as you can see, the pattern is turning around one note lower each time. So I'm going to start on high A, then I'm going to turn around on high G, I'm going to turn around on F, on E, and so on and so forth until I basically run out of notes and just end up playing low G. Okay, let me demonstrate for you now. So essentially that's it. I'm going through the scale up and down, but I'm turning around one note lower each time, effectively making the scale shorter and shorter until I end up with one note. Okay, let's try a different angle now. And what we're going to do is the same thing, but we're going to reverse the direction. So I'm going to be starting on high A. I'm going to go down to low G, come back up, go back down. I'm going to turn around on low A. Then I'm going to turn around on B, and then on C, and D, and E, and F, and high G, until I basically end up just back on high A. Okay, nice and slow, here we go. So that is two ways of shortening the scale as we go through it from the top down and the bottom up. And now let's have a look at how we can play the same exercise but lengthen the scale. So that's going to be starting off with one note, then two, then three, then four, then five. And we're going to do this from both directions as well. We're going to lengthen from the bottom up and we can lengthen from the top down. I'm going to do the bottom up first, and that's going to involves starting on low G to low A. This is now my turnaround note. I go back down to low G. Then I come back up and I end on B. This is my turnaround note. I go back down to low G and then I work my way back up to C. That's my turnaround point. And we do this systematically again. I'm going to turn around on A, B, C, D, E, F, G, high A. Let's have a go. Okay, and the final way we can try this out today is lengthening from the top down. So this is going to be starting from high A to high G. Turn around, go back to high A. Now come down to F. Turn around, go back to high A. Come down to E. And again, we're going to systematically turn around on each of the notes moving down the scale. So eventually we're going to be playing the full scale. Again, from high A to low G this time. Here we go. So there are 4 different ways that you can play the scale. I hope you find them enjoyable and a little bit challenging. Here's a little bonus material, and this is going to be taking it, instead of going up and down in both directions, it'll be taking these exercises but jumping straight to those turnaround notes each time. What I mean by this is, if I jump back to the first way we tried that, which is shortening from the top down, turning around on high A, turning around on high G, turning around on F, and so on and so forth, I will literally just jump from that turnaround to the start of the scale and then move up to that turnaround note and then jump all the way back down. So instead of working my way down the scale, I'm just returning to the start point. So here's an example of that. So that's how you can do it without winding your way all the way back down the scale. So I'm not going to do all 4. That was shortening from the top down. I'm going to try it now, lengthening from the top down. And this one is also quite fun to play. See if you can figure out the other 2. And if you really do get stuck, drop me a mail and I'll send you the PDF for free. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this a little bit enlightening. Please like and subscribe. As I said, I'm going to be creating a series of these, incorporating all sorts of fun activities. Stay tuned for more. Cheers for now.